Hey YouTube, here with a quick update video. Today was Maintenance Day, Tuesday, November 14th, and we got some updates to our WoW Classic client. We are now on patch 1.15.0, and there are a couple new updates that I just wanted to point out, which I thought were really interesting, so let's go over them real quick. First off is there have been a couple of updates to the UI. Now these are adjustments to the default UI. The first is enemy castbars can now be enabled in the default UI in the options menu under interface. So if you go to your options menu, you type in like enemy or castbars, you'll find it there. I love that search function. It makes it so convenient to find things in the option menu. But anyway, if you enable that, basically what it'll do is whenever you attack a caster or you target a caster, you will finally be able to see their cast bar without having to use an add-on. This is absolutely huge. This was an add-on that I always made sure I had, especially in hardcore. You gotta know when a spell's being cast at you, they're incredibly dangerous. You gotta know when you can interrupt, all of the above. So having this as part of the default UI now is huge for me, because it's one less add-on that I have to install. The other default UI adjustment that they added was damage over time abilities and other debuffs will now display their remaining duration on the default enemy unit frame. Now it took me a minute to figure out what they meant by this, but I did a little test on my warrior, and the first dot I could think of was rend, so I used a rend on this blood sail mob here, and as you can see, the icon is slowly ticking, and you could tell like the duration is decreasing. Now it doesn't have the exact cooldown count, which I still prefer to have, but this is just by default. It will show you the duration left of it, which is really neat, because in the past, by default, the icon would just hover up there, so this gives you a little bit more of a visual indication of how long you have left on something. And now the third thing that I thought was really interesting was a new NPC was added in Booty Bay, and his name is Rix Xizzix, and I'm glad I got that in one try. And he is found on the bottom layer of Booty Bay, standing right outside the Old Port Authority. So you could walk over to Rix, and what purpose does he serve? Well, he is called the Lost and Found NPC. So basically, if you have previously vendored quest items that were unable to be restored for whatever reason, this guy sells them back to you. So these items could include Skull of Impending Doom, Nifty Stopwatch, Loofah, Carrot on a Stick, Glimmering Mithril Insignia, but these items will only be available for you to purchase if you previously vendored them. Now I did a little test with my Carrot on a Stick. Well, first I opened up his menu, and I saw that he had a Loofah for sale, so I must have vendored my Loofah at some point, oops. But anyway, I took my Carrot on a Stick and I vendored it, closed the menu, reopened it, and sure enough, the Carrot on a Stick reappeared for me to purchase. And these are live on the WoW Classic client right now, 1.15 as I mentioned, so if you log into game, you'll be able to find Rix Xizzix and also these two new UI interface updates. Now, there's been a bunch of other data mining and stuff going on for Season of Discovery. I'm not going to go over any of that. At the end of the day, I think it's up to you, the person, whether you want to decide whether or not to look at everything that's being data mined. I know some things will be unavoidable through word of mouth, maybe through your guildmates or friends, but you can be proactive by not going out of your way to look things up if you want to try to remain as unspoiled with Season of Discovery as possible. So with that being said, those are the only patch 1.15 updates that I'm going to go over in this video. If any other cool new features come out that I feel like highlighting, I will make another video about them, but that's what I got for you right now. As always, thank you for tuning in. If you like this short video, please hit the thumbs up button, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and most importantly, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow me on all the socials, especially Twitter, where I've been posting updates. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.